Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you find the information that we provide beneficial to you, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today is 4 ways to increase revenue in your gym. 4 ways that you can increase revenue in your gym. So everyone's looking to increase revenue. Let's look at these 4 things. Can we relate them to what you're doing? Can you relate them to what you're doing? Can you make some adjustments, to make an impact on the bottom line of your business? And so number 1 is we want to increase membership sales. Now, I think probably everyone kind of recognizes that, let's increase membership sales. This is going to increase, the revenue. Pretty simple, right? But how do we do it? One of the first things I would suggest is train your staff. Too many clubs don't spend enough time training their staff. We put all this money into payroll and all this time into kind of managing our staff, but we don't always train them. Okay, and what a lot of clubs do, they'll use this very channel, to train their staff every day. We have to look at a video, then we have a discussion about it and how we can translate this information to what we do, on site. So, train your staff. Make sure they're aware of how a proper sales process should work. How to ask someone to become a member. Okay, how to ask them a second time maybe, which is where it can be a little uncomfortable for some folks. How do we take a telephone inquiry? How do we get referrals? How do we properly follow up? Spend some time training on this. This is one of the best things you can do, to take your revenues and your profitability of your gym to an entirely new level. Number 2, let's increase our transaction size. Let's increase our transaction size. And so what I mean by that is, we want to get more revenue per customer, right? And one of the statistics you've heard me talk about previously, I think, is that 20% of your customers, they will spend more money if we'll simply ask. And this gets back, to training our staff and following proper sales process. But for example, someone comes in and they join. Okay, great. Okay, happy to have them. But now let's go into what's referred to that second sale. Mary, how would you like to get your results twice as fast? And do a choice close on group training and private one-on-one training. Our customers, our members that get their results twice as fast, here's what they are doing. Show them the benefits and ask them, Mary, of these 2 programs, which one's going to suit your needs the best? We have clubs that are doing that format. They're getting as high as 30%, at point of sale. And so it's paying some big dividends. So we want to increase the transaction size. And then as the customer is leaving, introduce them to retail. Hey, Mary, now that you're a member with us, we need to get you some super cool looking gear. Mary, what do you think of the material on this hoodie? Super nice, right? Mary, do you like wearing hats? Whatever it might be, Introduce them to that. Again, about 20% will take advantage of it, and it's an easy thing to do. So increase our transaction size, and this is something you can probably do immediately without a whole lot of difficulty, other than having the discipline to do it. Number 3, increase the frequency of the transaction. Increase the frequency of the transaction. Now, some of this, if you look at personal training, how can we increase the frequency or the longevity of it? Set it up on electronic funds transfer. It's an automatic debit every month, as opposed to waiting for the customer to pay. You'll have a longer retention. Customer's going to have a better discipline to get the results, but you'll have a longer retention to get this done. But also look at other things that you can sell, supplements, meal planning services, even online training, things that can be, more frequent and they buy more often. So look at increasing the frequency, of your transactions. And then number 4, raise your prices. And when I say raise your prices, I'm not talking about raise your prices to your existing member. I wouldn't do that. There's strategies we can use, and we can talk about that on some other videos on how to approach that and get them to hopefully want to pay more. But raise your prices. For you folks that are not doing it, consider adding an annual fee. consider adding a club enhancement fee. Consider adding a price guarantee fee. I mean, there's clubs out there that we've worked with that might have multiples. They might have 4 or 5 clubs, and just in a single annual fee from a customer, they're bringing in $1 million a year from all those facilities. And sometimes that annual fee is the profit in some places. We've had clubs where, particularly when you get into the South and Southwest, where it gets really, really hot. In the summer times, you get some of these older structures, and they're 2 stories or even 3 in some cases. The utility bills can just be outrageous, okay? And what we've done in some clubs is we've actually added what I would call an energy surcharge. And so at the beginning of summer, we debit an energy surcharge. And where did I come up with that? I looked at my utility bill and thought, what are they charging me? Well, what's this? It's an energy surcharge. That's where it came from. And but it works really well, because now this can help offset, in some cases, double the utility bills, in the summertime. So those are some things that you can do that are kind of, on the side a little bit. But then also look at, having what you've heard me talk about a bit, a Club Elite program, a higher program that has more services, has more facilities, has more options, has more benefits. And you're going to get a certain number of folks who are going to want to pay for that. And so you increase your prices. Again, now you're getting more revenue per customer. So take a look at these 4 ways to increase your the revenue in your gym. Membership sales, your transaction size, increase the frequency, and raise your prices. Which ones can you address? Just take one at a time. Let's start there. Let's start making more money today. Folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.